a 32-year-old woman with no husband, no relationship currently, no no love interests, no career, no money, no car, no house. To be honest, I thought that by now that I'd have my house, the house of my own, have my own car, have my career, have my family, have everything all figured out, everything planned. I mean, these are things I imagined when I was in my teens, when I was in 18, 17, 18, 19. I thought that by now I should have matured. I should have been able to establish myself and do all these things. But here I am with no direction. I am a 2-year-old woman with no sense of direction, no husband, no career, no house, no car, no friends. Growing up, I had everything figured out. At this age now, back when I was younger, I felt that by now, everything in my life should be figured out. Everything should be in place and going according to plan. I never knew that life can hit this hard and that things don't always go as planned. Growing up, I said I was going to be a banker and that by the time I'll be 23, 24, I'll be married, I'll have children, build a family together, become successful in my choice of business or career. By the time I'll be 30, my children would no longer be babies, you know, and then my family will be successful. I would have my own car, have my own house. Everything would have been figured out. But then, midway into college, into university, I dropped. That'll be story for another day. I didn't finish up, so I didn't get my so I
HND.
dropped. It wasn't part of the plan. And then I got married, and then inside my head, I'm like, well, eventually all these things will fall in place. Eventually, I would, bounce back. I had children, and then few years later, my first child died. It was a blow because I wasn't expecting that to happen. I mean, it's I know I'm living in Satan's world and anything can happen, but to be honest, losing a child wasn't part of the things that I felt could happen. So it was another blow. Having three children only to have two and lose one, it was another blow. And then few years into the marriage, everything crashed. I lost the husband. I'm like, what is going on? Why is my life not going according to plan? Why is everything scattering? And then few years after that, I became a single mother who have to take care of my children all alone. No career, no business, nothing, no husband, no house, no car, no career, just me and children. To be honest, this life doesn't always go as planned. You plan things and they never really go as you hope they would. And at some point in my life, I searched for jobs, 9 to 5 jobs, and I never really got any, which made me feel inferior at some point, made me feel not worth it, made me felt like I wasn't good enough. And when the marriage collapsed as well, I felt not good enough. I felt nothing is ever working in my life. So it made me shrink back. Naturally, I'm an introvert. I hardly make friends, but when I do, we live there. You get. So, but then I lost my friends. The failure of my marriage took my friends with me, with them, with the failure. I don't know. I lost my friends as well. So I was just all over the place. No career, nothing. But then if you're a young person watching this video and you're feeling lost, you're feeling like me, you feel like everything is scattering, nothing is going as planned. I want you to I want you to bear in mind that life happens and things don't always go as planned. That sometimes you plan and then things scatter. But it's not the end of the world. And I want you to understand that it's okay for these things to happen because it builds you up, it molds you into a better person eventually. Right now, my life is all over the place. Nothing is going as planned. I do not have a 9 to 5 job. I still don't have a car. I still don't have a house of my own. And yes, I still have responsibilities. But then, am I letting this thing tear me down? No. But one thing I want you to know that you should always remember that you have either family or friend or somebody who is willing to hear you out, somebody who is willing to pull you out, somebody who is always there to listen to you. If not as friends, as families, but know that God is always there. Hmm? God is always there to help us out, to bring us out of any situation. And right now, I don't wake up in the morning to leave the house, to fly off on and come back in the evening. I spend my days from morning to night at home. Yes, I the only thing I got to do is to create content, to create videos, to share my life, this boring life now that I have, to just share it with you guys, to serve as an encouragement to somebody out there, to let somebody out there know that sometimes you can plan and it will not work, and sometimes it will look like it is working, and all of a sudden it crash lands and everything falls back to pieces and back to where you started. But it's still not the end of the world, it's still not the end of your life. It's just like when a mother, when children grow up and leave the house and their parents are confused and don't know what to do, they're like, the normal routine they've had all these years, it just feel like the carpet they were standing on was just pulled from under, and they're disorganized. They don't even know what to do or where to start. You don't feel like when the children have left the house. Normally, when they were at home, you have a schedule, you have a curriculum, you know what you're supposed to do, how to take care of the children and provide, and But now that they've all grown and left the house, you feel like your job has been taken away from you. You feel like you've lost your job. So it's confusing sometimes. It's really, really confusing. So I feel like that sometimes. I feel confused. I feel like I do not know what to do. I feel like I don't have any sense of direction. I feel like I should be doing something else, not just staying here in bed all day, doing nothing. So, and how have I coped? Well, few things that have helped me cope was or is watching movies. As silly as it sounds, yeah. I watch movies, interesting movies. I read books. I try to, create content and encourage people. And then other times I try to go out and hang out with friends because nobody is an island. You shouldn't be an island. That your life is not going as planned shouldn't make you shrink back and become an island. Go out with friends, go out. There are some concerts. Like the other day, I went to watch a football match, a female league. So I went there and I had fun. I just looked and it helped me forget my pain. You get? So please do not isolate yourself. Go out, have fun, read books, watch movies, and try to talk to God in prayer. Tell God what you're going through. Tell God what you're experiencing, how you're feeling, and I'm sure He's going to show you a way out. The same way He has been showing me ways out. It hasn't really been easy, but we are pushing, right? Aren't we? So, yeah, that is my life so far. The 2-year-old woman with no husband, no relationship currently, no no love interests. No, are there love interests? I think there are love interests, except that I've not really accepted them. So, but no serious relationship, no career, no money, no car, no house. To be honest, I thought that by now that I'd have my house, the house of my own, have my own car, have my career, have my family, have everything all figured out, everything planned. I mean, these are things I imagined when I was in my teens, when I was in 18, 17, 18, 19. I thought that by now I should have matured. I should have been able to establish myself and do all these things. But here I am with no direction. I don't wake up in the morning and hurry up to have my baths and start dashing off to work or, business, anything. The times that I even wake up early, I'm waking up to prepare my children for school. And after that, I come back home, clean. Yeah, I do clean the house. I love cleaning more than cooking. So clean and then sometimes cook, sometimes, read, watch movies. It's never easy, but we are doing it. Thank you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.